Hello there, my very good friends. On this wrestling news video, WWE's top 10 merch sellers for the year have been revealed.
Got an update on WWE Ditching PLEs.
Priscilla Kelly opens up on WWE bullying.
And Cody Rhodes settles a lawsuit.
I'm Andy H. Murray.
And I'm Phil Chambers.
And the H stands for hexadecimal. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's talk about... Yeah, it's wonderful. It keeps everything hexagonal. Right, let's talk about the top merch sellers of WWE this year. Some surprises in here, but most of them, I think most people would have guessed most of these. Now, WrestleVotes tweeted this yesterday, but WWE Shop revealed this themselves. So we should probably take it with a little, because it's coming from WWE Shop itself, a little pinch.
Yeah, potentially.
But the names on this list, and they are... The WrestleVotes tweet is quite funny because they say in no particular order, then list them in alphabetical order, which is fun. But the names are AJ Lee, which is interesting because she's only been back, like 2 months or something. She had one of the top. That's pretty incredible. Alexa Bliss, always popular. Jacob Fatu. Slightly surprising to me because I think he's awesome.
Yeah, he's great, but not a merch guy.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Maybe. He does have some cool shirts. CM Punk, he's got that new sweater. That new sweater, I could wear that in public, honestly.
That is good.
You can't say that about much wrestling merch.
He's always been a big merch selling guy.
He has. He's got the great T-shirts and all of that, like the ringer with the black, the white body and then the black trims. Good stuff. Cody Rhodes. Shockingly, the biggest babyface in the company is in there. Rhea Ripley, again.
Yep.
She's the biggest star in her division. Jay Uso. Yeet. People like Yeet t-shirts. And
there's a lot of Yeet t-shirts sold.
Glasses and all that stuff.
Makes sense.
It's good. Makes sense. John Cena's on this list.
I assume he's at the top of the list.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's probably John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Cody, that kind of top.
Yeah.
But then Rhea would probably be really close as well. Penta, which is good for him.
Interesting. That is good for him.
Very marketable dude.
Yes.
Cool look.
Good walk.
Gloves, masks.
Yeah,
really
he's got a lot.
Easy.
You've got a lot you can merchandise.
If you can't sell stuff based around Penta, you are a terrible salesperson.
Yep.
He's so marketable, image-wise. And Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns, obviously. We love that. So, some notable omissions from this list. No LA Knight, no Wyatts, no Seth Rollins, and no Dirty Dom. I think from those, the one I'm most surprised about is Rollins. I know he's a heel, but man, like he's really popular. I'm quite surprised he's not in that top 10. But cool to see a Penta and a Jacob Fatu in there because they simply were not in the company a year and a half ago. So it's cool to see some people coming in and kind of breaking through.
Yeah, it's always a good sign of what WWE's going to push as well. Like if they see someone that's connecting with merch, they are going to push that person. So that's nice to see for Fatu and Penta, at least.
For sure. And again, look, it's John Cena's last year. If he's not running away at the #1 spot, they've made T-shirts for every city he's been in.
Yeah,
Cena.
All different colours you could possibly hope for. He's gonna have sold an insane amount of money on merch this year.
He's gonna be so rich, man. He's gonna retire so rich. It's gonna be unbelievable. And he's gonna go and make a bunch of movies. He's gonna make a bunch of dog-ass movies that no one should watch. And he'll make even more money, and then he'll make like a really good one in the middle of all of it. And be like, hey, that John Cena's that's his acting career to a T. It's like slop. Actually, he's pretty good in the Suicide Squad, wasn't he? Slop. It's like The Rock. The Rock does the same thing, and then he tries to win an Oscar. What's going on?
Funny.
What's going on?
It would be so funny if he did.
You know what should win an Oscar?
Oh.
If VPN deals were eligible for Oscars, this would win the best one.
Yeah, it would.
Right now, in the year of November 2025. Fastest VPN. I mean, the clue is in the title, first of all. This is a lifetime subscription, guys. It's not one of those things that elapses after a year or 2 years or whatever. Lifetime subscription for this thing. It's over 90% off. The speed is incredible. It is optimized for various streaming platforms. Hell of a deal. Link is in the description and the pinned comment for you.
Hell yeah, lifetime subscription, $30.
Yeah,
can't go wrong.
You cannot mess with that.
Get yourself a VPN.
It's literally the deal of the century.
Yeah, it is. You know who else has a VPN? Mark Shapiro from TKO.
I love that. Same joke, 2 videos.
He is the executive producer, or an executive producer at TKO, and he has been saying recently that WWE needs to get in the business of taking the torch and moving past that in regards to the pay-per-views and PLEs that were created in the Vince McMahon era. So this led to a lot of speculation online as to what WWE is going to be doing with premium live events. Are they going to be getting rid of them, moving to a different business model? What does this mean? What does this mean? Well, Fightful Select have an update on this. They have been speaking to people in WWE, and they are saying that the belief is that it is primarily for other events as opposed to the big tentpole franchises, so the Manias, the Royal Rumbles, the big selling points of WWE. This is more for the littler guys, the Armageddons of the world.
Armageddon.
I don't know why that was the first one that popped into my head.
Insurrection.
Insurrection,
with
the
an X.
rebellions of the world. Specifically saying that Saudi Arabia isn't paying for WrestlePalooza, they're paying for WrestleMania. Yes. And the value of that name and brand is the reason for that. So the big boys won't be going anywhere, but it could mean some changes around sort of the little ones, or them trying to build the little ones into things that are much bigger than what they already are.
Yeah.
So Fightful reported earlier this year that WWE were trying to make a big push for WrestlePalooza to become a thing, especially because they're moving WrestleMania to other countries, and they're like, oh god, we need something else to sell in the US and try and get those big city money deals that they are kind of banding about quite a lot, and like they're taking stuff off places like New Orleans for WrestleMania and moving things around, and they feel like they need something else that they can offer American places so people don't start to get annoyed, basically. So in addition to that, Fightful noted that some higher-ups say that Indianapolis and New Orleans have future events committed to them under the WrestleMania and SummerSlam banners beyond what is already announced. So both of them have had events taken away from them in recent years, and both of them kind of got like just booby prizes. New Orleans got Money in the Bank, and Indianapolis got something else.
I don't even remember. Was it SummerSlam?
Yes. Yeah. So they both had big names promised to them under the sort of future, but I mean, WWE are fickle with these things and can just see a massive paycheck from somewhere else and go bye-bye.
Well, this is it. The thing is, if Los Angeles goes, hey, we'll double the fee that New Orleans is paying you, they will take it, right?
Yeah, they moved John Cena's last match from Boston.
Yeah. From Boston! Yeah.
Because Boston refused to pay the site fees.
Yeah. Have Heart would never do that.
So that's John Cena's last match. You've already sold that as an event, and you still need the side piece on top. But
it's so great. That is the one, isn't it? That is like the ultimate greed move. It's like the perfect final chapter for John Cena. Boston, everyone's wearing green. He's from here.
Yeah.
DC, actually, they're paying more money, and you're paying $5,000 for a seat, probably. It's crazy. So I'm glad they're not getting rid of WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble and SummerSlam.
That is good.
Yeah. And so Survivor Series to an extent, it has nostalgia, but the concept is different now, and it's like it's not really what it was. It's War Games now, really. I know a lot of people would put Money in the Bank in that, but I'm sick of Money in the Bank. I could do with it not happening for 10 years, personally, but I think I'm the only person alive who thinks that.
It's definitely been built up to not quite the level of a Mania or SummerSlam, but it's
a big
next
show.
Tier. It's up there.
Definitely, it's a big show. But like, I actually support moving away from a Backlash or whatever else, because it's like, I have nostalgia for that name from when I was 12 years old and watching the Attitude Era. But it's not like it's an elite tier name like WrestleMania or the Rumble. I just hope that they come up with better names than WrestlePalooza. I know it was an ECW thing, but it's not good, is it? WrestlePalooza.
I kind of love it. It's so lame. It's so lame in the most perfect way.
Yeah, the Brawling Bonanza. The Super Showdown's already a show, isn't it?
The Great Balls of Fire. Wait.
Roadblock End of the Line was my personal favorite. Stomping Grounds, that was another one.
Yeah, there's been some bad ones.
Yeah, so hopefully they come up with better ideas than that. Let us know what pay-per-view names would you come up with down in the comment section below.
Hello.
I don't know, Slippy, Dippy, Ring Fest. I got nothing else. But I don't mind them getting rid of some of them, honestly. We've already got rid of most of the Hell in a Cell and the TLC and all that stuff. Sometimes. Let's keep it going. Let's speak about a little bit of more serious matter now. Priscilla Kelly, who is Gigi Dolan in WWE, has really opened up, speaking with Denise Salcido here, on some of her experiences in WWE and some things that were going on in her personal life, and she's spoken a lot about her mental health. It's a really open conversation, and I think it's really worth your time seeking out. But I'm going to read you some of Priscilla Kelly's quotes here. She said, I went through a lot of stuff in WWE that kind of shot me into this horrible depression. At the end of Toxic Attraction, I was severely depressed. She talked about putting on some weight and not really caring about her ring work because of some things that were happening behind the scenes. She said she had a period of, I hate my life, I'm collecting a paycheck, I'm just hoping that someday I can get back to who I am and the performer that I am. As soon as I started to feel like I was myself again, I tore my meniscus. Yeah, that's going to be a huge mental setback. But she spoke about some trouble she's had in her personal life as well that were impacting things, like her father was in prison or is still in prison, and her little brother is going through a bad situation. Her mom's got some issues too. That's all weighed on, obviously. But she also spoke about the pressure in WWE and said the pressure in WWE is a lot. There was just a lot of pressure those first 2 years because I was new and I came from the indies. There was a lot that they were trying to beat out of me. There was just stuff going on behind the scenes. I don't want to bring it up because I know it'll blow up and then it'll become a whole thing. But let's just say some people were very, very not nice to me, to the point where I was suicidal for a little bit because I was really going through it. Once I got out of that, I would say in the beginning of 2023, I started doing main events on the main roster and stuff. And that's when I really felt like, okay, this is who I am. This is the kind of wrestling I like to do. So I definitely think that actually towards the end of her run, like on screen, I think Priscilla Kelly, the former Gigi Dolan, when she was working with Shotzi and Tatum Paxley, she became a bit, she looked a bit more at ease. She looked a bit more comfortable in her performances and stuff like that. I will say, I think she's somebody who is just going to have a fantastic time on the indies, right? Coming up. Obviously, it sucks when people get released and stuff like that, but she's going to be in really high demand because before she signed with WWE, she was widely regarded as one of the most improved and most impressive people on the indies at the time. The WWE career did not pan out the way she'd wanted, but I think she's just going to clean up, man. And honestly, I think in a few years she will be in a position to where she will probably be fending off offers left, right, and center if she isn't already. Yeah. So sucks that she went through this period. Obviously, I hope that the next few years and months and weeks are a bit brighter.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully she can get back to loving wrestling again. Yeah. But it's like you say, even before WWE or like TV moments and things, she was already building a name for herself on the indies. Like in terms of that kind of like indie level talent that had never been on a mainstream platform, she was like in the top end of the sort of the name value of people that you recognize and see going out to these places and doing things that really stood out. At the time, she's done some crazy things in her indie career. But hopefully, she can get back to that and just sort of the joy of wrestling with it a bit. Yeah. And then there's other places out there when you're sort of ready to go elsewhere. There's loads of places available. So hopefully she gets back to that. But it sucks to hear about the backstage stuff with WWE. It feels like they've got to a point where a lot of that had seemingly anyway, like gone by the wayside. Like they've got rid of some of the key players in the kind of bullying issues of like the training and the performance center. Specific names pop to mind.
Yeah, they do.
But it felt like they kind of moved past that in a way, and it felt like it was a much nicer environment to be in. Obviously, it's still a high-pressured environment. It's still like WWE, and you like there's a lot of pressure on you. But it felt like the sort of just pure bullying for the sake of bullying kind of aspect of it had disappeared.
Yeah, exactly. And no one should have to go to work and feel like they're being denied who they are, and they shouldn't be going to work and feeling like crap. Doesn't matter if you work in an office, doesn't matter if you work in a gas station, doesn't matter if you work in an executive boardroom, doesn't matter if you work in a wrestling locker room. That's abhorrent behavior. It's a brutal culture, and ideally people at the top would take steps to stomp that out if they even knew it was going on in the first place.
Absolutely. But moving over, Cody Rhodes and his big old American Nightmare logo neck tattoo thing. He has been being sued by musician Wesley Isold, who is suing Cody Rhodes, WWE, and Fanatics for use of the American Nightmare trademark. Now, they did come to an agreement in 2021 that they could use it because he held the trademark for American Nightmare, but it was like more in the music industry, and they came to an agreement where they can use it so long as it is included with Cody Rhodes' name or likeness All the merchandise included wrestling-related imagery. Now, Brandon Thurston of Post Wrestling has an update on all of this, saying that they have now settled the lawsuit. No word as to what that settlement actually is, but the original lawsuit was he was suing Rhodes, WWE, and Fanatics. Last September it started, alleging that WWE and Fanatics had breached the trademark agreement that they had put in place, and was suing them for $150,000 in damages as a result. They WWE Cody Rhodes filed a cease and desist, the motion to dismiss is what I'm getting at, because they thought that the items that were in question, like it held the Cody Rhodes skull logo on it, and they thought that was specific enough wrestling branding, basically, was the idea. So yeah, two sides to the trademark thing. So we'll have to wait and see what the actual settlement has come out as. So no word on what the settlement is, but they have settled, and I guess we'll find out. But it does mean that Cody will still be able to use the American Nightmare trademark, it seems.
I hope that Wes got paid, because like it's one of the, it was so funny when this like came out in the first instance that he was suing Cody for this and that and the other. And it was like, he's from the music world. American Nightmare is a seminal turn of the century American hardcore band. Cold Cave, all that stuff. I'm a big fan. So I might be a little biased in this one, I'm not going to lie. I like Cody too. But when this came out, he got wrestling the psychotic wrestling fans came for him online, and they were like, how could you do this to Cody Rhodes, man? And he's like, what the hell is this? I think he called them effing dolts or something along those lines. When someone from not in the wrestling world is exposed to the online chaos, they're like, what the hell is going on?
What just happened?
Which I thought was fun. But look, it's like, it's one of them things, isn't it? Like, I think like settlement was probably always the likeliest outcome of this. The man wants to be compensated for something that he created. It's in a different space, music, wrestling, yada yada yada. But American Nightmare was a band long before Cody Rhodes was calling himself that. So I think the man's entitled to his coin, personally.
And if WWE are gonna push the boundaries of their already agreement, it's kind of on them as well. Let's face it. Like
And they'll argue as well that his dad was the American Dream. So but like I couldn't just like invent a drink and go Coca-Cola, like one of them things. Like that. One of them things.
You can't just suddenly go and play tennis. That's
I know what would that be about? I don't know.
Chaos.
I don't even know what that's a reference to. You might have to explain that joke to me a little bit there.
It's also not like WWE can't afford it. Let's face it.
They're richer than God.
They've made enough money off the American Nightmare trademark. They can afford to push something a little bit.
They can pay this man a few grand. It's like, come on, let's just make sure everyone's looked after. I might wear an American Nightmare hoodie to WrestleMania just to mess with people this year. Why not? Cody Rhodes! Aha, no. See, my elitist brain will correct you, sir. We're going to go. But thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this, check out this morning's news video. It's on your screen right now. Talking all kinds. Why are Cody and Roman not on screen together?
Why? Find out here. Bye. Fast VPN, fastest.